So every year I let people ask me questions about Tourette's, and here's some of the ones I got over the past year over social media, just my personal account, just personal experiences in person, um, some of the DMs, some of the questions on videos, like in the comments, and so here they are. Thankfully, this year they're not as sexual as they were the past few years. So, are you stuttering or babbling? I can't understand what you're saying. I do stutter. It's actually one of my tics. If I'm trying to focus too hard, or trying to focus hard on slowing down, talking slower, which I struggle to do, I will often trip over my words or stutter, or else I end up just stuttering over the stutter, so that then nothing but weird noises comes out. That's total nonsense. Are you medicated for your Tourette's? Not currently, no. I have tried several medications. The only one that actually worked for me, I had to stop taking when I had a heart defect discovered, unfortunately, so that sucks. But the one that did work for me was risperidone. It worked wonders. Like, my attacks went from being at that time, they were every 3 months or so. It went from every 3 months to twice a year, and from instead of lasting 2 to 4 days, they last at most 15 hours, and they were quite mild. And I was able to actually go about pretty much do a lot of stuff when I still have my attacks when I was on the medication, unlike now, when I'm totally out of order for 3 to 4 days, for actually close to a week, because it takes me quite a while to recover from them. When you're not twitching, what is your Tourette's doing? Does it nap? My Tourette's is even when it doesn't seem like I'm taking or it doesn't look like it, I usually am. I have a lot of really small motor tics that most people wouldn't notice, and so yeah, it's usually I don't think it naps. I'm pretty sure it sleeps when I sleep, or maybe it doesn't even sleep. Because I've definitely woken up having twitching quite a few times. So yeah, it's just always just right here with me. It's not taking a break anytime. What do you mean you have Tourette's? I have Tourette syndrome. I was diagnosed when I was 12. I have physical, motor, simple, complex and simple motor tics, and I have simple vocal tics. I make sounds, I mostly squeak, and I also twitch and stuff. And no, if you watch me for long enough, you're gonna see I'm always moving it and fidgety and stuff, and randomly squeak and talk really fast, and sometimes make faces I don't realize I'm making. That's the Tourette's. Why is Tourette Syndrome Awareness Month only half a month? Shouldn't it be Tourette Syndrome Awareness 2 weeks? It's actually, I know it starts in mid-May, but it actually continues on until mid-June. May 15th to June 15th. I'm not exactly sure why it's 2 half months, but it is a month. Why do you tell people you have Tourette's? Well, because I do have Tourette's, and it can be startling and confusing, and also a lot of people think I'm on drugs when I'm not, when it's just my tics. And so I'd rather just be straight up and forward with people, and just tell people up front what they're gonna about my that I have Tourette's, and what they could end up seeing from me, just so it's not just an unexpected surprise. It's kind of no heads up, and then just me squeaking and twitching, or just making everything awkward. People will be have some sort of know what is going on when it happens, because it definitely can get weird and freak people out when they don't have any idea of what is happening with me, especially when I don't tell them. Because I used to try and be, was pretty really embarrassed, and tried hiding it as much as I could, especially when I first moved down to Winnipeg. I was pretty quiet about it at first, until I ended up twitching in front of people, and then I kind of had to tell people I had Tourette's, because it was really weird when nobody knew I was having some sort of medical issue that needed that was an emergency, or if I could just decide to let it go. So yeah. Have you ever hooked up with anyone with Tourette's? Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so. I've had a lot of people try setting me up on dates and stuff with other people with Tourette's, but I don't think I've been with anyone with Tourette's. If I haven't, none of them have said anything. Guess I'll have to ask my exes. Would you ever date anyone with Tourette's? If that really depends. I'm scared of dating. And yeah, I guess it depends on their personality. If we get along, but I'm not I wouldn't totally cut or exclude somebody just because I wouldn't be like, oh well, you have Tourette's. No, I'm not dating you because how hypocritical would that be? So people with Tourette's they're people too. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not fun to have, and nobody should want to have it. And yeah, but yeah, so I don't see why not. I wouldn't, but I haven't ever. Who is your favorite Tourette's influencer? Sweet Anita. She's funny. I like her. She's got a good attitude on her, and she does a lot to actually bring good awareness to Tourette's. Plus, she does weird stuff like sniff people, and she seems fun. Are there any adult entertainers that have Tourette's that you know of? Small hands. I don't know who else. Do you use your Tourette's as an excuse for why you can't do something that you actually can do just because you don't want to? No, I definitely have my limit. I know my limitations and what I can do and what I can't do, but most of the stuff that I can't do is more so because of my physical restrictions from my spine injury. I can't do some stuff because of my Tourette's. I definitely do not I would not risk using really heavy or really powerful power tools or something that's going to need a lot of strength and control to be able to handle it. Anything that's going to be anything that's going to be around anything that's going to be flashing, no, that will definitely trigger my Tourette's and my tics and risk a seizure. It's happened before, and it definitely will probably happen again. Is Tourette's an idle hands thing? I just watched that movie and it reminded me of you, not just because it's old and weird. No, I don't think Tourette's is an idle hand thing. It's I know it's not alien hand syndrome or whatever it is, or a demon possessing my hand. It's just my body. I can't control my movements. I guess that the other hand. I guess you can't. Haven't saw I couldn't control his hand. So I guess it's that something like it, but just not the same. I have uncontrolled movements, but I'm not having to be at war with my own hand and having to cut it off, or cut any parts of me off or that. Do you have any hobbies or a favorite activity like drawing or sports or gaming where it significantly reduces your tics? I don't know. I don't know if any of them are I have some hobbies, but I'm not sure if any of them really reduce my tics at all. Um, I paint, I cross stitch, I bake, I dance, I sing when I'm alone and nobody's around. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure if any of them. I don't know if I tic or not during them. My hair is terrible today. My bangs are still bad because I cut them myself 2 weeks ago and they're still just all over the place. Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't look. It's just kind of doing what it wants right now. Yeah, so those are some questions I've received about Tourette's. If you have asked me a question and I missed it out, or for somehow definitely remind me and what they are, or when you or whatever, so I can go back and find them, and then I will definitely adjust them and answer them in another video. Thanks.